I'm Mike from St. Thomas Economic Development, here with another little update from the St. Thomas mega site. So we're here, joined today by Meredith. Say hi, Meredith.
Hi, Meredith.
Oh, very good. So we're here at the northern reaches of the Power Coast site. If great in pans, you can see a giant flat gravel pad here. This is the Power Coast site. We're just north of that. We've traversed already a very muddy ditch, a very muddy stretch of road, but Meredith, thankfully, is a confident driver and got us through all of it. And we are now trekking into this north woodlot where we're going to check out some bat boxes. So come along with us for an interesting trek. And if you've driven by or been at all around the site, you can see that there are these little houses on poles. And so we've got Meredith here who's going to walk us through what these are. Meredith, what are these houses on poles?
So these houses in particular are what we call rocket boxes. So they're a style of bat boxes that we're using to try to house any of the species at-risk bats that may be on site. So there's multiple chambers within the house itself, and they can crawl up in there and have a nice nap and be nice, warm and snug.
Well, that sounds very cozy. There are quite a few of them around this woodlot. How many bat boxes have been installed as part of this project?
So we have currently installed 105 bat boxes, and we plan to do some more in and around the St. Thomas area and a little bit further out in general, but trying to keep it in the county.
Cool. That's exciting. Now, this is a rocket box, as you've described it, but you mentioned also that there's something called a nursery box. Where are those and what do they do?
So further into the forest, we've put our nursery boxes, and so those are more so to roost for maternal bats. So they'll come and they'll have their pups there, and they'll raise them up, and when they're ready to leave, they'll fly away. So they just have a different structure than these rocket boxes that lend better to mothering.
Okay, we are now inside the forest at the northern reaches of the site, in front of one of the nursery boxes. Now, Meredith, I noticed there's a bit of a fishing line string system in these boxes. Can you show us what's going on?
Yeah, great catch, Mike. So in all of these bat boxes, we've installed a pulley system using some fishing line, and we've drilled a hole at the top of the boxes. So in order to do maintenance on any of the trackers, all we have to do is loop it off of the eye down here, and we can pull the tracker down and change the battery. So this one's a little bit twisted up right now, but ta-da.
Wow. What innovation. Only a brilliant engineer could build such a beautiful mechanism. Now, Meredith, these boxes, is this something that the city bought or was this built by someone?
So these maternity boxes here were bought with the recommendation from a bat specialist. However, we do have our city parks department to thank for all of their hard work on our rocket boxes that you see around the perimeter. They did a fantastic job on those. So great use of our inside staff, internal staff.
That's fantastic. How many boxes approximately did Parks construct for this project?
I think at this point they're up to 55, and they'll probably continue to make them this winter as well.
Wow, that's fantastic. All right, let's forward our way back out of the bush and then we'll finish this up over where we started.
Sounds good to me.
So Meredith, what kinds of bats are these boxes built to house?
So they're built to house species at-risk bats. So one of them is a small brown myotis, and these bats are actually quite small in nature, smaller than you might have thought. So they're under the weight of a toonie. These bat boxes that we've installed can house quite a few on this site here.
That's really interesting. Now, I understand as well that there are trackers in these. And so you go around and you've got a tracker that you use to collect data from these boxes. How is that data generated? How does the box know if there is or has been a bat resident in the box?
Absolutely. So I actually happen to have one in my hand. So this little tracker here, it takes readings every couple seconds of what the internal temperature of a bat box may be. So right now it's about 8 degrees out today, so you'd expect the bat box to be about 8 degrees if there's nothing warm in there. So we go around and we monitor what the temperature is, and if we see an elevated heat rating, or I guess temperature reading, then we can determine that there are bats living in that bat box itself. So we take hourly readings of every day, every week. And so I go around with a phone and download an Excel spreadsheet with all the data in it.
Sounds like fascinating work. I bet that's quite a spreadsheet. I'm a big fan of spreadsheets, as many viewers now know, I guess. Who's actually using this data? So you're collecting this data, and then where does it go, and who uses it once you've created it?
So we're working with different universities and the MECP to track what is the most effective housing. So we have different factors going on in this study. As we talked about earlier in the video, we have the rocket boxes and the maternity boxes. And in addition to that, we have a couple different colors. So as we walk around today, you might see a black, dark brown, light brown, and we also have different orientations for the boxes. So some boxes are mounted on the east and west faces of the tree, and some are on the north and south faces of the tree. And so with this, you kind of have a difference in airflow through it, which affects temperature, but seeing where the bats like the most to live. So hopefully we can use that information we've collected as part of this study and help house bats all over Ontario with it.
So Meredith, in the course of this project, have you learned how to make sounds like a bat?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm working on it. It takes time really to hone it, but I am working on it.
Can you give us your best bat sound? And so what was that you just said to us in that bat dialect?
St. Thomas proud.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Bat Box content and more little updates coming to you soon.
Like us on YouTube and smash that subscribe button.